I have notes. Notes! Oh, and I don't do this a lot because I don't bring drinks into my record section of my man cave here. But, Pocahontas, iced tea, Clover Farms. You only get this if you live in Pennsylvania. Everyone in this whole area is addicted. So, me too, ever since I was a kid. Cheers. Okay. So, the first and foremost, we'll listen to Humble Pie, self-titled, from 1970-something, most likely. Okay, so that's that. Want to get some notes out of the way. I'd like to give a shout-out to Psyko Platters, YouTube name Psyko J67. That's PSYKODJ67. He does a little, basically like a vinyl finds, but he calls it Psyko Platters. Really informative, really fun to watch. He needs to do a little bit better with his video quality, but don't we all? Somebody said that we should all get issued like HD video cameras so that we can do like nice detailed videos, because I mean, like, we show stuff, so it's, you need to try to get as much detail as you can, and sometimes it's just lacking. I kind of fucked with the lighting again, and I think I did okay. I'm gonna see how it comes out. But anyway, big shout out to him. He shot me out a couple times. Not only that, is you don't get a lot of that in the VC, and I think we need to start doing that. Anybody who's watching my videos, do it once a video. You know, whether it's one person, 2 people, or 10 people, if you shot one person out, put their link below in your video. In every video you do, it helps the rest of the VC find members that maybe they wouldn't have known before that they might really enjoy. So I think you guys will like him. He's really informative. Don't let the video quality fool you. If you stick around and listen to some of his knowledge, he's very knowledgeable about everything he talks about. Really cool dude. Check him out. Another thing I want to talk about is PUNKTEXAS Record Shelf video that he's trying to put together for the VC. He did it, I guess, last year, maybe, I don't know, a year prior maybe. I actually just came into VC right after he made the video last year, so I remember seeing the video and being like, damn, I wish I was in this video, but at the time I didn't have a lot anyway. Well, I had some, but it wasn't like huge like it is now. But yeah, I'm going to put his link to his video. What he wants you to do is send a picture of your collection. I'm going to have to send like 4, and I'm going to see if I can combine them all in one picture. If not, because I have some here and here, it's going to be hard to take one picture of both of them together. Plus, I have a closet filled of vinyl, and I have stuff all over the floor over here. So what I kind of want to do is, since he said, you know, expedites are fun to look at, but, well, they're really not. But, you know, a lot of people have expedites. He really, you know, he's not telling you what to do, but, like, he'd like to see more, you know, different types of things, not just expedites. So, I mean, I have that. I have expedites, and I have other shelving systems that I have, too. So I'd like to show them all. And I'm not really sure if I can send 1 or 2 pictures. I'm just going to send them all and see what he does with them. But anyway, do that. It really helped out the VC, so take your pictures and you send them to, I think it's Record Shelves at Yahoo. I will put all the information in the link down here, so don't worry about what I'm saying now. Just check the links. And I will also put the Psyko Platters YouTube channel, so you can go subscribe to that. Also, just a quick little thread that was on YouTube, I mean, the Facebook community, your favorite concerts. I put ICP, Mushroom Head, Guar. I've seen over 300 different bands, from the Styx to, you know, country artists like, you know, oh man, just Keith Urban and just like tons of country artists. I can't even freaking begin to tell you how many country artists I've seen. And, you know, from anywhere from Common to Wu-Tang to, you know, George Carlin as stand-up comedians concerts, and just Kiss and tons of concerts I've seen. I've seen like 300 plus concerts, and to be completely truthful, honest, ICP is probably one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I've seen them probably over 20 times, and every time is just like a new ride. They really are an amazing group to see live. Even if you don't enjoy the music, it's just one hell of an environment. Sodas flying all over the place. Killer clowns are on stage. It's wicked. It's cool. It's fun. It's impactful. It's really cool. Also, Mushroomhead I like a lot because their drummer puts water on these big drums, and and the water flies up. It's so melodic and just awesome. And Gwar, I mean, if you've never seen Gwar, they are one hell. And I kind of like shock. I like shock stuff like Marilyn Manson. I enjoy his concerts, stuff like that, like shock stuff, shock value. I'm into that type of thing, and Gwar is just amazing, spraying shit out of big cocks and stuff. So yeah, awesome. I'm gonna show a recently opened album. I had this on my shelf for such a long time. This is Iron Man by Ghostface Killer. This was released in 1996. Obviously produced by the RZA. Most of these older Wu-Tang albums were all produced by the RZA. This is a gatefold. This is a reissue, but a very nice hefty 180-gram reissue. Sounds fucking amazing. I listened to it earlier this morning. I put it on Facebook, and people, a lot of people commented. So thanks for checking that out. Really good album. I'm glad I opened it and started listening to it. Also, I recently opened ICP's The Riddle Box. Really good job by Legacy. They do a lot of other stuff, but this is a double LP. It's only a single. It's not a gatefold. But on the inner sleeve, they got a cool old school picture of ICP, and they put all the info along with the Joker card releases, and then the question marks for the next ones, and the whole story of the Riddle Box, because each Joker card has a story. I'm not going to go into that. If you want to do some research on that, go ahead. ICP, great 90s horrorcore, whatever you want to call it, thrash, rap, really cool shit. And that's all I think I opened from my sealed stuff for this week, so that's out of the way. Now we're going to get into, I picked up only during the course of the week, I'd say 3 or 4 records, plus a big stack of like classical shit that I got for 25 cents a piece at Salvation Army that's trying to get rid of their records so they can put more in. So I grabbed a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to show any of those because there's a couple cool ones, but I'm not going to go into it because it's just too much, and I don't know enough about them to really show them. Maybe I'll make a separate video for that. But I went to a show, the Keystone show, which I go to once a month because it's once a month in my area. Little piece of information. I'm actually planning on trying to make my own show in this area. I have a lot of contacts that sell records, a lot of contacts of people who buy records. I have lists of people who could attend and could actually be a part of the show, and I'm thinking about contacting some local hotels or motels, about renting a space to do a monthly show in my area. The Keystone one is about 45 minutes away from me, but I want to make one in my general area in Reading, near Reading, Pennsylvania. Actually, Wyomissing, Pennsylvania. So that's something I'm working on because I want to get into selling at shows, and I figure what better way than to just start my own show, you know what I mean? And it's really, from what I know, it doesn't take too much, but I want to start like a community. Almost like a vinyl community here on YouTube. I want to start an actual live vinyl community where you actually are meeting people in person and talking to people, maybe even have meetings and get-togethers and things of that nature in my area. So that's something I'm working on. I'm also working on something for people that collect records. I can't release too much information. I talked about this last time. Any information you have on rare records, rare 45s, rare psych records, rare labels, rare this, rare that. Whatever you want to send me, garage rock, psych, northern soul, blues, funk, whatever you want, rockabilly, anything you want. If you want to help me out, send me some stuff, information. All the information I got last time, I thank you and appreciate it very, very much. Alright, so let's get on to the records that I got from the Keystone Record Convention, and also there's like 3 or 4 other ones I got at my shop. I'm just going to throw those in there. I'll mention them when I get to them. No big deal. First, we're going to start with the Impressions. Keep on Pushing. Curtis Mayfield, obviously, the Impressions. This is one of, I believe, one of their first albums. This came out in the 60s, I think the late 60s. Very good mono press on ABC Paramount, and it's a good fucking album. Got that at the show. Picked that up for fairly cheap. I think I did pretty good this week at the show. Really, I mean, Keep On Pushing. The title track's great. Curtis Mayfield obviously does his own Keep On Pushing. You know, later on in his years, he did a remake of that, and I mean, there's just tons of great tracks on here. Just a really good funk soul record. Love that front cover. Definitely iconic and cool. Next one, we've got the Delphonics. La La Means I Love You. Oh yeah, what a cool ass cover that is. Look at this badass motherfucker right here. He is badass. He is like early 70s, you know, badass, just chilling. This is on the Philly Groove label, which I absolutely love. I'm not going to show it to you. You know what it looks like on that bright orange, almost reddish Philly Groove label. Really good record. I love the Delphonics. Always have, always will. Like Didn't I? And just some of their greatest hits. Just love them. And this is one that I just didn't have. There's a lot of good songs on this one. I haven't got to spin it yet. Although I know a lot of these tracks, I still just wanted to get into my collection. So, pick that one up. Getting into some jazz. I've been trying to pick up Jimmy Smith stuff. This is Jimmy West and the Dynamic. Jimmy and Wes, the Dynamic Duo. So that's Jimmy Smith and Wes Montgomery. This is on Verve, the Black Verve label. Gatefold. Really, really nice, really mint. Not an expensive pickup. Just something really cool to add to my Jimmy Smith collection, which is ever so growing. Last week, if you see my last video, episode 22, I think it was, I showed some Jimmy Smith. So, next one, Chico Hamilton, The Headhunters. Oh, this is one I seen, I forget whose show, but they talk so highly of it. I seen it, and I was like, oh, I got to get this record. Sweet, Gatefold on that Solid State label. Love that Solid State label. Good jazz label. SS, Solid State. Really, really cool photos here. Love that psychedelic looking, him playing the drums there. On the inside, really nice picture of him just sitting there thinking about what he's going to do next. So that's a cool one. Next one, Hubert Laws. And I seen Chris and, man, I forget his name, Quentin Tarantino's son. You know what I'm talking about? The kid who looks just like Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, they did a video together. They were talking about Hubert Laws. This is one of Hubert Laws', I think, better records. CTI press. Love CTI presses. Standing there like a shaft. Badass with his flute. What a fucking god. Just a killer flute, you know, player there. And just a cool record to pick up. Not very expensive. Just something cool to pick up. This one I showed last week. But this is finally a 6-eye press. It is a stereo, not a mono. Some people prefer stereo, some people prefer mono. I prefer 6-eye no matter what, as long as it's, you know, not wobble, wobble, wobble. You know, I want something real, and this is real, and I got it for real cheap. So, really happy to add that. I'm not going to show the 6-eye. You guys know what it looks like. So, Dave Brubeck's Time Out. I listened to this like 5 times last night. Really great record. If you're into jazz, you know, you got to pick it up. It's a classic. Brubeck just passed away recently, so his stuff, like especially that album, is going to become a little bit more hard to find because people want to get it in their collection now that he's not around anymore. So pick it up while you can. Next one, Procul Harum. This is a really good band. Great musical, just musical madness. Just wonderful shit here on this record. This is a whiter shade of pale. Just really good stuff. It's one I didn't have by Procul Harum. It wasn't that expensive a record. I figured why not. Definitely this time at the show I was trying to bargain bin a little bit more, and I think I did a lot better than I usually do because of that. Next one, Queen's Jazz. Now I already have this, and I think my copy is almost in as good a shape, but I don't think I had the poster, and I wasn't sure, and I still haven't checked. I should check really quick and see if I do have the poster, because if I have 2 now with the poster, I can get rid of one. Maybe I will, but if you're not familiar, maybe some of you aren't, the poster is awesome. It is the bicycle poster. I want to ride my... You know, I would want to ride my bicycle, too, if I was riding with this girl right here in the middle with her striped socks on. You guys know I love that. That's like my my fetish. But this is amazing. Just naked women on bicycles. And, you know, I've always wanted that fat bottom girl 7-inch with the girl on the bicycle with her butt crack hanging out. Man, if I ever find that, I'm grabbing it in a second, man. I don't know if it actually... I have a picture of it. I'm not sure if it actually exists, but I think it does. I think that it actually is. Anyway, this is a gatefold. Really cool picture on that inner sleeve. Queen just lazing around the studio. I guess after a hard day, a hard session of recording, and dude, just one hell of a gatefold and one hell of a record. I guess kind of an maybe not overlooked record, but I mean it's got some good. Fat Bottom Girls is on here. Bicycle Race, if you can't beat them. What else? Dead on Time. I mean, this is just all the way through a great Queen album, Queen Jazz, and that's one trippy ass. I always like that cover. Next one, Ultravox. Got that for really cheap. This is an import of Ha Ha Ha. It's in super duper good shape. It's got the inner and the insert. Ultravox, obviously new wave-ish type stuff from the 80s. Check it out. Pretty cool. The spine's a little messed up here, but other than that, it's a really, really good record, and it's in great shape, and it was super duper cheap. And I don't think I had much Ultravox, so I grabbed that because of that. I already have this, but I grabbed it because it was like $1, and I figured, why not? It's Joan Jett. I could use an extra copy. This is Glorious Results of Misspent Youth. Mint condition. This is one I didn't get at the show. This is one I found at a Goodwill. Really, really good shape. For $1, you can't pass up Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Really good record. You know, Joan Jett just has one of those voices that is just, I don't know, punk rock, and it's just got energy, and she knows what the fuck she's doing behind a microphone. Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Just one Maiden record that I did not have, that I'm trying to fill out the Maiden collection. Anytime I see their 80s releases, like anything 80s, I don't like reissues when it comes to Maiden, Metallica, and stuff like that. I like to get at least something that was pressed in the 80s, maybe not an original, but an actual 80s record, which this is. So this was printed in, I don't know if I'm going to get a date, 86. So Maiden, love fucking Maiden, love Judas Priest, Maiden, two of my favorite metal groups from the 80s. Next one, Savoy Brown. And this is Blue Matter. I have Raw Sienna, and I have a couple other Savoy Browns, and I just love Savoy Brown. You know, good blues, electric, rock, just good shit. I mean, really, I have never been so disappointed with a Savoy Brown record, and this is one I didn't have, so I just had to grab it, and I got a good 2-for deal. I got this one, and I'll show the other one later, but I got them both for a really good price. Especially the condition on that is just wonderful. Next one, this is another one that I got to show to, well, all these I got to show. Mott the Hoople. This is Wildlife. This is a gatefold on Atlantic, and it's just the red and green Atlantic, like you would see the Led Zeppelin albums on. Same thing. Basically, just a cool-ass album. I mean, everybody knows Mott the Hoople. Trying to see here if there's something. I mean, Ian Hunter, obviously. Mott the Hoople. Good record. Definitely a good record. Pick it up. Pick it up! Here's another one. Showed this on the Facebook, and a lot of people were like, underrated. Psych pop, you know, and it is. I listened to it the other night. Definitely underrated. It's funny because every time I see this record, it is thrashed. I'm talking about, like, I've seen this record in such shitty condition. I could have got it for $3 one time in really bad condition. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to find it better. Then I seen it for $20. The vinyl was in perfect shape, but the cover was just thrashed. Found this bad boy for $7. Still in shrink. Mint condition. Original copy. The vinyl is tip top, like it's never been played. Just a great press. I knew you always just hold out, man. For records like this, just hold out. Sooner or later, you'll find it for cheap. Don't go paying that $20, $30. It's not worth it. Take that $30, $20 and spend it on 5 different records and be happy. Come home and have all that music. I gotta go flipping the bitch, okay? Flipping the bitch, playing the bass, slapping the bass in your face, slipping the bitch, rocking the shit, slapping your tit, sucking your nip, slapping the tit. Okay, I'm done. Oh, wait. See, this happens all the time. I'm losing you. Now you're back. Okay. I'll just throw this in really quick. I got Bitches Brew on cassette. Was going to get it on vinyl the other day, but 25, I'm just not so sure. Like, I know I'm not. I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't listened to the tape yet, and I've hulled out to listen to this. I've listened to a lot of Miles Davis. This is one I haven't listened to. And only because people have mixed emotions about it, and I know what people have said about it, and I can tell already that I'm probably not going to, like, love this album. So to spend that much on it doesn't justify the music to me. I have to have the music at least a little bit justified to spend that much money on it, and it just ain't. So I'm waiting to find it in a collection or at a Goodwill or something out and about for cheap, you know, pick it up until I spend the 20, 30, 40 bucks on it. Next record. This one's a good, this is a fucking killer prog record. This is the Coliseum. The Grass is Greener. And fucking A, if you like jazz, proggy rock, this is your album. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. The musical composition, some of the guitar work on here is just fucking gorgeous. I mean, really, it really is. You know, I didn't think it was going to be that good. And it's semi-rare. You don't see it a lot. I know this is the first time I've seen it, and once I seen it, I grabbed it. I actually downloaded a picture of this a week prior to finding it. Because I like to download pictures of records so that when I see them, I know what to pick up. So when I'm out, I'll be like, oh, I seen that. I downloaded that picture. It's one of those rare Psych records. I'll grab it. That was one of those, and that was a damn good find. Grab it if you can. Listen to it. Wait till you get the vinyl, but it's good. Next one, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Does somebody have any information about this? I seen this in a couple bins at the show. Some people had it for 25. Some people had it for like 15 or something. I got this one, luckily, for like, I think $4. So I got lucky. Somebody had this in a bin for $4. Really good condition on it. A mint condition cover. Maybe a light scratch or two on the vinyl, but, you know, who gives a shit? If I end up loving it, I'll go get a greater copy. It's in really good condition for $4, excuse me. Ugh. Ooh, that egg. Okay. So yeah, I don't know much about it, and I haven't spun it yet. I did clean it because it's in a thing. Anything you see that's not in one of these, I didn't clean yet. This one I cleaned. I just didn't get to listen to it. So yeah, that one might be going on next. Actually, I cleaned the Neon too. Cleaned that one too. I listened to that one. The Bee Gees First. This one I got at a Goodwill. I mean, it's okay. It's on Adco. I still haven't got to clean it. And I still haven't got to inner sleeve it, but it was $1. You know, I wasn't gonna pass up this record for $1. I'm not a huge Bee Gees fan, but this looks super psychedelic, and supposedly it is. It's psychedelic pop, garagey type stuff. So I don't listen to the Bee Gees a lot, so I'm not really familiar with them. Although I know that of them, and I think I have a couple. I have that one Velvet record of theirs. I have that. Although I don't think I've ever listened to it. I have it, but I don't think I listened to it. But yeah, I picked that up. Next we got, oh yeah, this one's a badass record. I listened to this bad boy. Oh hell yeah, the night I brought this home, I listened to this. Fuck yeah, the Standells, the hot ones. Basically the Standells doing covers of, you know, they do the Beatles on here, they do the Trogs, Wild Thing, they do Dirty Water, their hit, Black is Black, Eleanor Rigby, Sunshine Superman, Sunny Afternoon, Little Red Riding Hood, Last Train to Clarksville. This album is fucking killer! Standells are, I mean, really. I mean, I didn't know a lot about the Standells until I started, you know, into VC and getting in the garage and Psych and things of that nature. When the Standells, when I found Dirty Water, after hearing about it on the Facebook page, going and grabbing Dirty Water and really loving Dirty Water, and then, you know, finding this album and just loving this too, I'm in this, like, gotta find everything Standells mode. I have to. I mean, really, these guys are awesome. Love the vocals. I mean, the vocals are just truly amazing. Really, I do. I love them. Wooly Bully. This is one I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to get a cheap copy of. You know, 10, 15, 10, 15, 8. Got it for $4. So I'm happy. You know, I wasn't going to spend tons of money on this. It's not a hard record to find. It's not something that's going to like quadruple in value. I mean, if you have it in mint condition, then yeah, you're looking at maybe like 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks if it's mint, like dead mint, like it was just bought. But do I need this dead mint? Probably not. Really good, garagey, poppy, surf stuff. Really good, you know. I like it. The whole album's good, and I'm glad that I got it for the price that I did. Next one. Positive Vibrations by 10 Years After. This is one of their later records. Have not got around to listening to this yet. I'm a little on the fence about thinking I'm going to like it. I'm not sure. It looks a little psychedelic. It looks like it could be good, but it's a later record from 10 Years After, and I'm just not sure. They did really good stuff in the beginning of their career, but I'm not sure about this one. This one's probably mid-70s, 74, so yeah, and this is on the... You know what? It's on a label that I hate to pronounce, so I'm not going to talk about it. Next one, 10 Years After, Undead. Now, this is one of their earlier records. Now, this one looks promising. I have other 10 Years. I have Cricklewood, what is it, Cricklewood Green? I have a couple other 10 Years After's records that are really good. So I'm thinking that the farther back I go with 10 Years After, they just seem to get better and better. So this one's like A+ promising. I really wanted to get... the Who Magical Bus, isn't it called something like that? But the guy wanted like 40 bucks for it. I just couldn't. I couldn't go on it. I know I'll find that in a collection for like $1. I know I'll get that for $1. I will find that record for $1. Next one, the Butterfield Blues Band. Picked up a record by these guys a little bit ago. I think the record that I got was probably one of their best records, but this one looks promising, so I grabbed it. Never heard it before. This is called The Resurrection of Pig Boy Crabshaw. That's on the Elektra label, so I picked that one up fairly cheap. I'm really happy about that. Really happy about all this stuff. Next one, the Box Tops. The Letter, Neon Rainbow. Cool psychedelic cover there. This is on the Bell Records. Really good condition, not bad. Fairly cheap pickup. The Box Tops, good band to pick up. They never disappoint me. Next one, another band that never disappoints me. Well, I'm not going to say never. I'm going to say in their early career, everything's good. Later on, it's a little iffy for me, but some people love it all, so whatever. I love Eric Burdon. I think he's a genius. I think his voice is soulful. I think, you know, he's like a black man in a white man's body. I mean, really, he is such a soulful voice for a white boy. I mean, just let's admit it, it's true. The Animals and Eric Burdon in the beginning. Really cool psychedelic cover. Obviously, this is just a compilation of some of their earlier work. But I had to get it because that's what I like. I like their earlier work. And it's a really nice cover, and it was not expensive. I'm not going to pass it up. I want more Animal stuff. I was trying to find Animalization again at the show and just couldn't find it. Really bad luck with that one. I think I had these guys' first album. I've never heard anything else by them, so I grabbed this. This is The Illusion, and this is Together as a Way of Life. I actually seen this at my shop for a couple bucks. This one was a lot cheaper than the one in my shop, so I grabbed this one. And I'm just happy to get it. I'm going to check it out and see if it's any good. Hopefully it is. Obviously, psych stuff. This one I'm not sure completely about. Well, no, I am kind of sure about it. It's a compilation, I believe, or a collectiveness of a bunch of different bands, and really cool bands at that. And I'm not sure I'm going to get the pronunciation on this first word right, but I'm going to try my hardest. KEYSTONE Cats Singing Orchestral Circus. This is featuring Down Tennessee, which I guess is a song. There's a sticker on here that shows that song. This is on Buddha, which is always a good sign. Love this cover. Okay, now, if you look at this cover, I want to show you this. If you look at this cover, they're in a junkyard, okay? And what they do here in this cover is they put the bands together in this junkyard, take one big photo. You got, I'm just going to shut it, but you have, like, the bands sitting together. Like, this band, and then you got this band, then you got this band, and then there's a band over here, there's a band back here, there's a band here, there's a band back here, and then there's a band here, there's a band here, there's a band here, there's a band here. This is a really cool cover. And the bands are the 1910 Fruit Gum Company, the Musical Explosion, the Ohio Express, L.T. Garcia's Magic Music Box, The Terry Nelson Group, 1989 Musical Marching Zoo, JCW Rat Fink, St. Louis Invisible Marching Band. So this is a compilation of all those bands together, and I just thought it was one hell of a cool pickup. And on, you know, I was actually surprised, on Buddha Records, I was actually surprised, who is it that I thought would be on this? Brooklyn, who the hell did I think was going to be on this? I forget who I was thinking of. I don't know. Anyway, I think it looks like a cool pickup. And on Buddha, I mean, it's probably gonna be pretty good. Next one, Tommy James and the Shondells. I have like one record of theirs. They always do everything on roulette. I mean, obviously roulette. This is a stereo copy of Getting Together. You know, garage poppy stuff. I have one record of theirs, like I said, and I enjoy it, so I picked this one up. It, you know, cheapy kind of pickup. Nothing super special on that, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And then, oh yeah, The Outsiders. Oh yeah, Time Won't Let Me. I like this Outsiders. I know there's an Outsiders in the UK, you know, and I think there's a couple other bands. I know there's a rap group called The Outsiders too, not spelled like this, but anyway, this is the American Outsiders, and it's a good record. Did not get to spin it, but I do know some of the tracks on here from YouTube and stuff, and from what I heard, this is one of their best. So thankful and happy to get that. This is on Capitol, and got that for fairly cheap. And also, I picked this one up, and I did listen to this one. This is In by The Outsiders, and this one's really good too. Actually spun that the other night. Really, really good find. So that's what I got at the record show. Wow, I almost forgot to show a record. Boom! I finally got it. Supertramp, indelibly tattooed, or stamped, sorry. Yeah, I finally got it. And I'm doing what MooberTube does. Boobies! At the end. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Got this for like $5. Never see this record. Actually didn't want it for the titties. I'm actually more intrigued by the fact that it's from 1971, I think. And this girl's tattooed like a girl you would see in today's society. So it's more of a society thing for me, because it's really cool to look back at the 70s and know that there was women back then that were almost just like the women nowadays. For me, that's just like a trip, because it's like, you know, a lot of these girls, suicide girls, all these tattoo girls you see all over the internet and stuff, really think that this is something new that hasn't been going on for years. In all actuality, girls have been getting tattooed like this forever. So I'm just, that's kind of why I like it. It's the history, and obviously I like titties. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't like fucking titties? So, we've been listening to Humble Pie. Don't forget to take pictures of your shelves and send them to Punk Texas. All the information's below. And also, go check out Psyko Platters. Really cool guy. I got his link down here too. VC, I love you guys, and I'll see you the rest of the week on the Facebook page, and possibly a middle video sometime in the middle of the week. Thanks a lot for watching. I've been Crate Junkies. Keep on digging.